an obvious prototype for Plato's Atlantis, as we shall see. The professor's focus instead was on a papyrus, catalogued as P. Leningrad 1115, and now kept in Moscow, which contains an intriguing prose story known as the Tale of the Shipwrecked Sailor. In this fairy tale, dating to Egypt's Middle Kingdom between 2000 BC and 1700 BC, Griffiths, quite correctly in my view, did find convincing resemblances to Plato's account of Atlantis. The eponymous shipwrecked sailor in the papyrus tells us of a time when he made a voyage in a great ocean-going vessel that was struck by a giant wave. Then the ship died. Of those in it, not one remained. I was cast on an island by the sea. I spent 3 days alone, lying in the shelter of trees. I hugged the shade. Then I stretched my legs to discover what I might put in my mouth. I found figs and grapes there, all sorts of fine vegetables, sycamore figs and cucumbers that were as if tended. Fish there were, and fowl. There is nothing that was not there. I stuffed myself and put some down, because I had too much in my arms. The shipwrecked sailor cuts a fire drill, makes fire, and gives a burnt offering to the gods. Then I heard a thundering noise. Trees splintered, the ground trembled. Uncovering my face, I found it was a snake that was coming. He was of 30 cubits, 15 meters or 50 feet. His body was overlaid with gold. His eyebrows were of real lapis lazuli. Then he took me in his mouth and carried me to the place where he lived and set me down unhurt. The serpent questions the sailor on how he came to be on the island, and on hearing his reply, tells him not to be afraid. "It is a god who has let you live and brought you to this island of the Ka. There is nothing that is not upon it. It is full of good things." The name Island of the Ka is curious, notes Miriam Lichtheim, the translator of the tale. She adds that the renowned Egyptologist Sir Alan Gardiner rendered it as Phantom Island. It's beyond the scope of this book to present a detailed treatise on the concept of the Ka, the double, the astral or spiritual essence of a person or thing. It existed with the human being during his or her mortal life, but was the superior power in the realms beyond the grave. Indeed, the term for death in the ancient Egyptian language meant going to one's Ka, or going to one's Ka in the sky. The gods were also believed to have their Kas, and so too were the great monuments of Egypt. Of particular relevance here is that the high god Osiris, lord of the celestial afterlife kingdom known as the Duat, was always referred to as the Ka of the pyramids of Giza. The Ka entered eternity before its human host, having served its function by walking at the human side to urge kindness, quietude, honor, and compassion. Throughout the life of the human, the Ka was the conscience, the guardian, the guide. After death, however, the Ka became supreme. With this in mind, Gardiner's suggestion that a phantom island is implicated in the tale of the shipwrecked sailor makes sense. The sailor has set out in a boat from the physical realm of Middle Kingdom Egypt, but he has been cast ashore on the island of the Ka, a ghost realm, a place that no longer exists in this world, except in the form of its spiritual essence. The same theme continues as the huge snake that rules the island tells the sailor his sad story. "I was here with my brothers, and there were children with them. In all, we were 75 serpents, children and brothers, without mentioning a little daughter whom I had obtained through prayer. Then a star fell, and they went up in flames through it. It so happened that I was not with them in the fire. I was not among them. I could have died for their sake when I found them as one heap of corpses." In due course a ship passes by and the sailor is rescued. The snake king of the island sends him away with rich presents, myrrh, oils, laudanum, spices, perfume, eye paint, giraffes' tails, great lumps of incense, Elephants' tusks, greyhounds, monkeys, baboons, and all kinds of precious things. The sailor, filled with gratitude, wants to return with gifts from Egypt, but before he boards the ship, the serpent takes him aside and tells him, "When you have left this place, you will not see this island again. It will have become water." The comparisons with Plato's story of Atlantis that John Gwynne Griffiths draws relate primarily to the rich variety of plant and animal life, including the elephants, said to be found on both islands.